Well, you grew hair. Yeah. COVID hair?
COVID hair.
But you guys never stopped during COVID. You're the only band I know that never stopped. No, you played live shows. Who else plays a live show at the Coach House?
We did a couple. Yeah, we did.
A couple? I know bands who did none. That's, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Intro, here we are.
Hi, this is Tino, Music You Can See. We're backstage at Harvell's post-pandemic.
Well, maybe.
No, this is the one band that really, that I know of personally, and I know a lot of musicians and bands, that actually did not take a break at all during the pandemic. You guys did two live shows. You guys played the Coach House.
Two live shows.
You guys didn't take.
Okay, let's start over. Let's not start with that.
Hey, you're gonna get it. Well, man. No, I'm sorry. No, it's good. Leave that shit. I think it's good.
Yeah, look, it sounds good. We didn't take a break.
You didn't miss a beat.
I was in my house practicing. It was important to know that we took the pandemic seriously. Like we didn't see each other for months because we weren't vaccinated. So like we would go months on end and not see each other.
But I did see the show you did, Coach House.
Yes.
In the middle of the pandemic, August of last year.
And I got to tell you, it was terrifying. Like we did the show. We were very reluctant to do it, and then we went down to Orange County. And when we went into the club, all the technicians were not wearing masks. This is the middle of August, and we were like, "Oh, you guys, when you come on the stage, can you please wear your mask?" And so it was very stressful. I did not like live streaming whatsoever. This is what I live for, playing live at Harvell's. So that's what.
And you didn't skip a beat at all. You stayed true to your Christmas special.
Well, yeah, we did that.
Yeah,
we did that, and that was cool because we
used cardboard cutouts.
No,
we thought about it.
You did that at his 60th birthday.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we
That was
did.
a good idea.
And Dave Hidalgo joined you.
Yes, right. That was awesome, man.
That was a cardboard cutout.
And no, it was David Hidalgo. And I think you even sang with a mask.
I did.
Yeah, he did.
Wow, because there's something called COVID language. You skipped COVID language. I don't know how you were able to do that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I got this really nice mask from Koreatown, so it was really kind of light on my lips, so it was easy to sing.
Wow.
So.
Yeah.
Hey,
No.
And Bob?
saying about being light on your feet.
Yeah, light
That
on the
mask
lips.
was light on my lips.
Light on
Got it. Got it.
It worked.
And Mr. Kelley grows his hair out. Wow. Did you ever think you were gonna have long hair again?
Well, I saved a lot of money not having to go to the barber every 6 weeks. So no, it's kind of like my ode to COVID. Just hey everybody, 2 years. We lost 2 years of our life. Here's what can happen. It's kind of fun. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I was trying to keep up to pace. Yeah, I have none.
How long did you get?
Yeah. And I was amazed of all my friends who really just stopped touring, some of them recorded, but it seemed like you guys still did social distancing, but live performance.
Yeah. Well, I took the opportunity to learn how to do Pro Tools during that year and a half. That was pretty cool. That was, as a recording engineer, I've always wanted to be that. So I took that time to learn how to do that. So.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
So you're actually getting into the technical side
Yeah,
of it
right.
now.
A technical producer. That's what I do.
So, but you've already produced in the past, right?
Well, I basically produce all the. I basically produce all the Delgado Brothers records, but I officially got credit for like the last three. So.
Okay. And there's very few guys, like there's a Butch Vig who engineers and produces. He's a Nirvana producer. Actually, we ran into Dave Grohl yesterday.
Right, cool.
But there's very few producers that want to be both, and they call themselves recording the act, and they're like a fifth member almost.
Right. Yeah, but like with me, with the Delgado Brothers band, we're always going to use Ray Moore, our audio engineer, and John Avila. Those are the two guys that really do the magic. And
John
those guys,
Avila of Boingo Boingo.
Yeah, and they're amazing. So, but for overdubbing and everything, that's what I want to be. So that's what I'm doing. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, gosh. So this is kind of your breakout show with a live audience, first time since pandemic.
Second time.
Second show.
Yeah.
We did the
We did the Coach House live.
With a live audience.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. A couple. Bob took pictures.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Bob. How do you say his last name?
Stitchets.
Stitchets. I
For the
forget.
future.
We got
Well, real quick though. So you were responsible during COVID. You actually went
yes.
a long time without seeing each other. You were still able to get in live performances. Well, what's the future?
Well, we can't wait. I personally cannot wait to do this tonight. This is going to be good for me, for the soul. And like early on when the pandemic hit, honestly, I did not touch my guitar for like 3 or 4 months, and I was like, and then they said, "Oh, we got a gig coming up," and so I better get my guitar out, and then my fingers hurt like really really bad, and I vowed to myself I'd never let that happen again. So anyway. But that's where we're at. We really want to play live, and that's what we do this for. It's not only for ourselves, but we love the audience, to enjoy what we do. So.
And is that the longest time in your life personally that you hadn't picked up a guitar?
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
No, picking up a guitar and
yeah,
wow,
of course.
Trivia
Yeah.
question.
Okay,
I have an extreme trivia question, and nobody seems to be able to answer the question. I don't know, Blues Foundation, if you can email us with the answer, or if you could put it down below in the comments. In 2016, you won the International Blues Challenge, Best Blues Band of the Year. Joey from the same band got the Albert King Best Guitarist of the Year. Has that ever happened in the history of the IBCs?
I don't think so.
No, for what I understand, we're the only band this side of the Mississippi that has won the IBC. We're the only Latino Mexican-American band that has won the International Blues Challenge. And, there's a lot of firsts that happened. We're the first band to be ripped off by a director that took our film, and Casey has a copy of our film, and I'm making this public. This guy ripped us off, and we had a 3-camera shoot follow us around in Memphis.
We're going after him.
And we have not yet to this day have not seen the footage from that.
Well, I know good entertainment attorneys.
Okay, good. So anyway, anybody out there that does know that but yeah, I remember being in Memphis the first day I went to orientation, and there was over 300 people in the one room, and I was everybody sent one representative from the band, and there was over 300 people in this room. And I looked around and I said, there's no freaking way we're going to win this. And that was the first day, and we took it all. And so, and then
you really didn't believe you're going to win?
No, I mean, it was overwhelming because, you see all these people, they had the same look in my eye that I had, and I said, how could you, how could this be, but we went, what was his name? Not Mikey Mo's papa. Michael John told us, I've been sending bands to the IBC for 10 years. I'm tired of losing. You guys are going to go. So we went through all the protocol to get there. We did all the preliminary local competitions and everything else. And they sent us to Memphis, and we did it. And I'm very proud of that. I mean, I thought it was awesome. And we did get exposure. We've played Brazil, all over Europe, all across the U.S. That never had happened before. And the Blues Cruise, and amazing opportunities. And we made some dear friends, and it was, I wouldn't trade it for the world, but we were reluctant to go, honestly, because Bob could tell you, we grew up in East LA, and there was a Battle of the Bands scene, and it was good, it was exciting, but that's not the way we don't think one band's better than the other. I think one band is different than the other, but that doesn't necessarily make you better than the other. So when we went to Memphis, we just said, screw it, we're going to play the best we possibly can and see what happens. And that's what we did.
Wow.
So.
And probably the only blues band that ever came. Actually, Jimmy, was your mentor?
No. What do you mean? But Danny Diaz?
No. Danny Diaz is the one that introduced you to blues.
Oh yeah, my brother Bob.
No, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm just scratching my head how blues ends up in Boyle Heights.
No, it was.
Well, I mean, just the radio, back in the days, back in the 60s. And the bands that I was listening to, I used to go to the Ash Grove a lot. Go to the Ash Grove?
No.
And Melrose. And
Okay.
a great little spot. They had all the artists there. They had, I've seen Johnny Otis. He had the review there with T-Bone Walker.
Wow.
And Big Joe Turner.
Wow.
Eddie Cleanhead Vincent. I mean, it was just, so I was seeing shows like that back in the 60s.
Wow.
In the
But
late
tell
60s.
them how you got into the blues here, like with the British Blues Division.
Well, no,
You were the
I was into the
psychedelic
blue.
band.
I was into the blues, like Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, and then here comes the English guys doing their number. I said, "Hey, man, what's going on with this? This is a pretty good twist they got on this, So we shifted over there to the English blues, but I still listen to the old guys. But when John Mayall came out with Eric Clapton and Peter Green,
He recorded
and
one of your
Mick Taylor,
songs, right?
Yeah, 2 of our songs.
Wow.
and that was it. That was the change. They just had with the guitar playing, it was just more exciting, you know. But the guys back, but the guys in the back with Muddy Waters and all those guys are actually great guitar. It's the real deal.
And those were the three, the Pine Top Perkins. They're the one that influenced the British invasion.
Yeah, they went over to Europe and they were stars over there. And then they came back and we were a little slow getting on. They were right in our backyard and we didn't know.
South Central, literally South Central LA. T-Bone Walker would be playing down in South Central LA. We had no idea. I mean, I was a little kid. I was only 10 years, but the blessing was that my brother Bob, you know, he exposed me to this music when I was a little kid. So that's how I learned.
Yeah, well, the Ash Grove, they had guys like Otis Rush, and they had guys like
Otis Rush.
Yeah, and Freddie King. I got a great picture of Freddie King at the Ash Grove. That was the main club. That one. That was.
Wow, it's amazing. I learn something every time from these guys, and you know, of course.
Well, yeah, and so like going back to our film is, you know, my original intention of the film was to talk about like when we'd go on the road, you know, after the show, we inevitably would go back to our rooms and have a couple beers, and Bob or my brother Eddie or, you know, they would talk about what happened back in the day. And in my mind, I thought this has to be documented because, you know, first of all, I couldn't believe it. You know, these guys would drive, they'd have one 63 Impala, and they'd put the entire band in one car with the instruments, and then proceed to play 3 or 4 gigs a night, like on Friday and Saturday nights. That's what they did. And I asked him, I go, Bob, did you guys get paid? He goes, yeah, we got paid.
Got paid every gig, yeah.
Wow.
I can't remember how good, but not bad.
Wow.
Yeah, we played.
We make now.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, what a pleasure. It's so good to see the blues solid, not going anywhere, thanks to the Delgado Brothers, of course, and many other blues artists.
Right.
And I just can't wait for the future and see what you guys, now that you're in engineering, what you're going to pull out of the studio.
You know, we'll see. But I'm having fun with it, and it's kind of liberating, you know, because now I'm not dependent on my engineer to be there 24/7. I could do it, you know, like if Stevie wants to come over and play drums on a track, you know, yeah, I could do it. And then but I still incorporate those guys into the process. So that's not going to go away.
Nice. And a new record coming out anytime soon?
Well,
Yeah, I think we're shooting for the end of the year.
yeah,
Hopefully.
we're going to do a couple new songs tonight, but we do have about 5 or 6 new songs that I think are ready to go. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice. Good ones.
yeah, they're good ones
We'll hear
too.
'em tonight.
Yeah, well, 2, you'll hear 2.
Looking forward. We're backstage, Harvell's Music You Can See, Santa Monica, the Delgado Brothers in a few minutes.
Órale.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Harvell's tonight. Good to be back, right? Good to be back. All right, at this time, I'd like to introduce to you Bell Ashes recording artist, straight out of East LA.